I guess before we start the unboxing, yo, shout out Etnies for hooking your boy up. I really appreciate it. And if you guys do actually end up liking these shoes after we unbox them and whatnot, I do have a 20% off code you guys can use. With that being said, let's unbox these shoes and check them out. Kind of crazy getting shoes from Etnies Marana, like that Soul Tech family right there of companies. Those were the first skate shoes I really got besides Vans, because they were the first shoes that made like kid sizes, like they were size 7. Finally able to get like American Etnies, and like I was so hyped to finally get skate shoes. So kind of cool just being full circle skating these shoes again like that. But anyways, let's open these things up. These shoes are the Marana that we're going to be looking at today. It's funny because your boy, the inner Tony right now, I really want to call it the Marinara, but I'm not going to. I'm going to try to hold myself back. How you doing? But okay, so let's just open these things up right now. I'm stoked. I actually haven't even gone to look at these things really yet, so super stoked to get a closer look at them. And honestly, it's like, yo, these literally are the Marinaras. Look at them. We got the red bottoms right here that Etnies like Marinara looking to. You know, I'm not going to stop saying that. These shoes are the forever Marinaras. Anyways, okay, so we're getting a closer look at these things. Already right away, there are a few things I like about this shoe and I already don't like about this shoe. So let's just talk about it real quick. First thing, I just don't like how it doesn't have an elastic tongue right here. I just like shoes that have the elastic tongue. It just keeps that tongue in place, you know? But the other thing about this though is at least the tongue is actually kind of poofy. It's not super thin. It has at least some type of padding, which is good. So as we kind of move our way around this shoe, like around the ankle right here, there's actually a good amount of poof. Your boy really likes this. My board tends to hit me kind of right here a lot. And when I do heel flips, I don't know why, but I really depend on that kind of cushion right here. I don't even know if it does anything for my heel flips, but I feel like it does. It just protects my heel a little bit. So that's why your boy always kind of looks for this. Crazy looking back when I skated Vans slip-ons, I didn't really do heel flip tricks, and it really makes sense why is because I didn't have this. Also, as we get a closer look on the toe cap, if you guys could see, this toe cap is awesome. It's got like a whole other piece of like rubber right here. I'm assuming since it's like that Michelin grip down here, I've actually also never tried anything with a Michelin sole like this. And it's crazy because it actually does feel really grippy. So I'm curious to see how this is gonna feel on my grip tape. I know that Dan really liked the Chris Jocelyn shoes, and those also had the Michelin grip on them. He always talks about how grippy they are. I'm actually excited to see how well that really grips. But this toe cap though, it just brings me back. It reminds me of like the OG America Reynolds one, like the Boss shoe. He had like a really thick rubber toe cap around it. This kind of reminds me of it. And I also like how there's no stitching around it. So you're not gonna actually rip through any stitching. And I don't know, it feels smooth. It doesn't feel too grippy. Like it feels like your flick with this shoe is gonna actually be really good. So I am excited to try some flickage with this. Recently, I also skated Last Resort's cup sole, and let me tell you, it was not as thick as this. This cup sole looks a little bit thicker and a little bit more what I'm used to, kind of similar to a Dunk. Because personally, I do like a nice cup sole. I like it when it's a little bit thicker. It gives me a little bit cushion. I don't know, it just feels good now. I don't know, the Volk just kind of hurts my feet now, I guess. It's like a little bit too much board feel for me. But the other thing I do want to look at on this shoe is the insole. I am curious. Whoa! Okay, I was not expecting this insole in this shoe. What the heck? But yeah, it has that STI like foam sole in this shoe. So this insole actually is, this is pretty chill. I'm actually pretty impressed with this insole. I'm curious to see how this is gonna feel. I am curious about doing just kind of like a bend test right now. I just want to like bend it right now and see, that's actually pretty stiff right there. It's not super flexy right off the get, like it's a little bit stiff. So it's definitely more of like a Dunk in that sense. But yeah, let's try these things on and see how they go. I am stoked to see how these things feel, how they skate. My socks are kind of like, you know, okay, whoa, that's actually pretty cozy right there. So I got size 9, and size 9 is what I normally wear. So good to know these are pretty true to size. And even just putting my foot in right away, it already feels actually pretty cozy. And it definitely feels pretty thick. It definitely doesn't feel like the Last Resorts I was just skating. It feels kind of like a Dunk, but it does feel a little bit thicker in a sense, but it actually feels good though. Oh wow. It honestly actually feels like a Dunk more than I thought. Okay, so let's lace these things up. Oh, whoa. There's lace protection inside of this shoe. That's pretty cool. And it goes like 3 or 4 of them. Wow, so that's pretty cool, Etnies, actually. I like how you guys are always doing that. I mean, I guess Soul Tech has like always been like a skate company, right? They've always been like skater owned, so makes sense. They know, they're aware. It's funny, yeah, because these shoes just definitely give me big America vibes, if anything. And it's funny because I've been recently I really wanted to get the America OG ones, but I slept on the colorway that I really wanted. So hopefully maybe there'll be a sicker colorway coming out that I'll be really hyped on that we can pick up. But for right now, these I'm not mad about. I actually really like these. I have a pretty narrow foot, but this shoe fits very nice. I feel like even if you have a wide foot, it probably expands here pretty good. But yeah, this shoe is actually surprisingly really comfortable right now. So we're gonna lace this bad boy up. I don't have any scissors on me to cut this thing off, which we're gonna need to. But for right now, we got the first guy on. I'm not too mad about it. I just honestly love these red bottoms, yo. Like, yo, we fancy right now. We got the Etnies red bottoms on today. Hello, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? We got that marinara under our feet. All right, so I've been lacing this one, and then I've been lacing kind of that one on the third one, if that even made sense. I don't know if that even made sense to you guys. Okay, I always have to use this little lace thing, so it helps keep my tongue straight. That's just the thing about the elastic tongue that I really like. Just it keeps the tongue just straight, always, and you're never kind of moving it around or whatever. So that's only my big stink about it. Okay, we got one more lace to go. So there is one more lace hole to go up. You could tighten it even more, but I think I can kind of get away with just doing them this tight right now. We'll see after the first session goes. I'll see if I have to lace them up more or tighten them more. But okay, we just got them laced up and ready to go. I know I have the Nike socks on. We're going to have to get some different ones. I know. But for right now, let's see how these feel. Whoa, they're actually really cushy. They're definitely cushy. So yeah, this is like the first on foot. Like, I don't know, I actually really like how they look. They actually are pretty chill. And these are not my baggiest jeans. I have a pair that are a little bit baggier that I normally wear. So I'm curious to see how they'll look with those. But for now, I definitely like it. Just wanted to kind of give you guys a top view what it looks like from up here. But yeah, no, I'm actually surprised how comfy these actually are. And they look chill. Honestly, they, like I said, like they're very subtle, kind of and easy. You know what I mean? They're not super crazy. Even I'm sure they have different colorways where that's like, you know, different color or whatever. Even if it was like a darkish red, would be kind of cool to match the bottom. Or even if it was just black, that would be super sick. But yeah, anyways, what do you guys think about these shoes? Other thing I do want to mention is that these probably, I mean, I can kind of feel that there's going to definitely be board feel on these shoes. The heel is definitely giving very smushy right now, a lot of cushion, which is really nice. These are definitely thicker, like I said, these are definitely thicker than those Last Resort cup soles. I don't know if these are as thick as a Dunk, maybe, but these are feeling pretty good of a hybrid of like actually having board feel or not. But we're going to skate these a little bit later, so I'll give you guys a full kind of rundown how they feel once we start skating them. Okay, so we just got to the skate spot right now, and like, yo, straight up already, these shoes are so grippy already. The Michelin grip is actually feeling grippier than my tires on my car, you know? But yeah, we haven't actually even done anything yet in these shoes yet. Like, I haven't even done an ollie yet. Okay, we did an ollie, it feels okay. So this has a lot of, so these shoes are mad cushiony, more than the Last Resorts that I was skating. It's actually kind of crazy how thick the sole is. I actually really like how thick the sole is. It's feeling kind of more of like a Dunk than any of the other shoes I've been skating. I just like how thick the shoe honestly feels. It definitely feels really cushiony. I just wish the tongue was a little bit more poofy, honestly. I don't mind it, but I wish it was a little thicker. All right, let's try the first kickflip. Whoa, the first kickflip was so grippy. That was crazy. Damn, that toe cap is insane. Wow, these shoes are so grippy. Like, that feels insane. Oh my goodness, the nollie flip? Okay, honestly, I'm not mad about these shoes so far. I think I'm gonna try my first heel flip in this shoe. Oh, okay. The board feel is good for me. It's like not a ton of board feel, you know what I mean? It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a Vans slip-on. It's actually pretty cushiony. Like, overall, I'm actually surprised how comfortable this shoe is. But it flicks really nice. I swear it's just because that toe cap is so chill. Wow, okay.
You're so good.